And we are live. Hello,
What's up?
everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, everybody.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Y'all
I don't
looking
remember
well?
that. I don't remember that graphic there, Tony, from last time with the street thing. Is that
Yeah,
new?
no, it's new.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Yeah, it is new.
Everybody take that exit.
That's right. All right.
Exit to Pigtown.
Everybody have a good week.
Yeah. It went pretty quick.
It did actually go pretty quick.
Certainly.
Crazy busy work today. I mean, this week.
Yeah. Had a couple long days.
Yeah, me too. Me
Nice to
too.
be done.
But it is the weekend.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Dwight. What's up, brother?
Eddie
Sister
Manning.
Sandra. What's
Eddie
up,
out back,
girlfriend?
Tom. Eddie's out back holding up. That's cool.
So, Journey, guys.
Yeah, man.
We got Journey on tap tonight.
I'm a huge Neal Schon fan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Love Neal Schon.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, a lot to talk about with Journey.
Long running band, still going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
We got a nice guitar pick to give away.
That's cool.
Show them what you're going to win, Tony.
That is cool, man.
Very cool.
So really,
Neal Schon.
Hell yeah.
I like that. They like Scarab, huh? They love that Scarab.
is that are those Phoenix wings?
Looks like the wings on a beetle.
Yeah, Scarab
That's
with
off the
Phoenix
album
wings.
cover, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought that's what it was. That's pretty intricate for one color.
Yeah.
Especially on a tortoise pick.
Yeah, something that size. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I know.
You see color on a tortoise pick.
Do they are those like laser made? I know probably way back when they first started making them. No.
I'm gonna guess it is.
I mean, now it is, I'm sure, but I don't know what they did back then.
You got to realize even now, when they make these bands, all these companies make these bands, guitar picks, some are lasered in and colored in the grooves, and others are what they call pad print, where it's no laser, it's just the
Stamped.
metal ink stuff is stamped, right?
That would be cool, like how it's made. That show, how it's made. I love that show. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw one. I've never seen like how they make them. You know.
Yeah.
I watched marbles. How they make marbles last night. They should be way more expensive. They take way too long to make marbles.
I love marbles.
They should be like seriously like $5 each for as long as they take.
Right, exactly.
They must have a machine somewhere, in the Far East that just does all that process at once. Because if you actually hand blow marbles, it's insane. It's like 5 minutes per marble.
It's one guy.
Yeah. Tapping them off. Yeah.
Hey, Christopher, welcome.
Lynn, Michigan. Hello.
I'm sure I'm an idiot and there's a machine that does it, but when they actually make them by hand, like guys that actually blow, let's just call them tobacco water pipes and stuff by hand, it's pretty amazing. Like they're stretching it all out.
It is cool. That's another cool thing, glass blowing.
Glass blowing is amazing. Amazing.
Guys.
And if you make those right, I've seen a guy throw one of those off the wall and it didn't break.
What's
we
up, Tony?
have a special guest who is joining us. He wasn't sure if he was going to make it or not, so I've kept it under wraps.
Cool. Who do you have?
He is a big Neal Schon fan, and he's a great guy, and we all love him. So here he is, the Guitar Hack.
Hey,
what's up, Hack?
How's everybody doing?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you all too, man.
Cool.
Hack, how you doing?
Crazy day today, man. Doing a bunch of recording today. Took a shit ton of gear over to my brother's place. 3 guitars. Took my Friedman amp, mics, sounds, overdubs.
How'd that go?
We got it all down, but I was hoping to do 2 today, and all that one song took like all the time. So I only got 1 done today, but it's in the can. He's got a shit ton of work to do. He's got a ton of mixing to do. I just leave him all the pieces and you figure it out.
Yeah, you did the easy stuff. That's the hard part, I think. What he's
that was the hard part. Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too, man.
So glad you could join us, Hack.
Glad to be here.
So I'm a huge Journey fan. Have been since 1980. I think the first Journey song I ever heard was when they first brought Steve Perry into the band, Loving, Touching, Squeezing. Yeah, I think that was the first that I heard of them. Yeah, and then that next 81 album, that was huge. And they went to another level.
Yeah.
At that point. But yeah, I do like the older stuff, the Greg Raleigh stuff. Yeah.
It's different when it's, just related to one guy. Everybody, you hear Journey, at least some people that aren't that old, and hear Journey, they're like, oh yeah, Steve Perry, but it's so much more, So, but I don't know if I want to say he made it popular, but they had a lot of hits,
Tons. Lights?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons of hits.
If you're parked in a car with your girlfriend,
yeah.
and you play Lights and you don't get a piece, you're doing something wrong.
I know, right?
Yeah,
If you can't get a piece to that song, you're doing something wrong.
Steve Perry's got that voice, man. It's like his voice is a throwback though to those. If you really listen, you can hear a lot of like R&B in his singing, man.
You can.
He's and the guy's got incredible range, like the control of his voice, technique. He's, I think, probably one of the best singers ever.
Oh yeah.
And I listen to some of his solo stuff too, like "Oh Sherry." That's amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah, great singer. Yeah.
And
Neal too. Neal,
Greg Raleigh was okay.
What's that?
It was Greg Raleigh, who was the lead singer before. He was okay, but I mean, because there's when Steve first came on, there were songs where they were sharing vocal.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what? As soon as Steve got on the mic, like that's it.
Yes, you had to know. It's like uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
I'm out of a job.
Yeah.
It's funny though, when I heard somewhere, and I heard it was, I read it in an article or saw some YouTube video where Steve Smith sang a song, and I thought it was Steve Perry. He can make his voice sound pretty similar. I mean, there's no one will be like Steve, but I forget what song it is that he usually sang one or two on tour. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah, it's cool.
When I went to see them later, and they were playing a casino, and they had at the time they had Steve O'Jerry, and had Dean Castronovo was the drummer at the time, and Steve O'Jerry sounded like Steve Perry. What really freaked me out is Dean Castronovo gets on the mic, and I'm like, he sounds like Steve Perry too.
He does. He does.
both those guys were like incredible singers, man. Both those guys were amazing. You know, I spent some time with Dean Castronovo. I've met him. He was very hyper dude. Very hyper. He was on 10. And yeah, hang on a second, guys.
That's cool.
Coffee delivery.
Coffee.
Tim Hortons delivery.
All right,
Nice.
now
Timmy.
start.
Some Timmy's. Now you can start.
But
That double.
no, this is a regular, but this is the dark roast regular.
Okay.
So. But yeah, no, they're phenomenal. And Neal Schon for me has always been probably the best. Like he's got what's great about him is like he's got all the technical chops and that, but he's one of the most melodic players out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and the guy's story is unbelievable. I mean, he was playing with Santana when he was, I think, 15.
Yeah.
I kind of lump Steve Schon with Neal Schon with like Steve Lukather.
Yeah.
He's like that kind of guitar player.
Yeah.
Can do everything, you know.
Definitely a prodigy, you know. Yeah, I mean, you're born with that kind of talent.
Yeah. He's totally natural. When you hear him play, it's like it's just you could tell it's from his brain to his fingers, like instantly.
Right.
He's composing on the fly, you know.
You got a message, B, over there in the box.
Well, you can. I agree with you, Hack. You can sing most of his solos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That to me, that's a memorable solo if you can sing. You know, I can hear name one of the songs, and I can probably hear the solo in my head because they're just that melodic. You know?
Right. Exactly right. Yeah.
Well, we don't stop believing. The solo kind of
that's the one thing in my head right now.
The vocal line, you know.
So. Yeah.
Many songs like that, memorable. Yeah.
That's I mean, when you as a listener, when you're listening to the song and the solo is a highlight of the song and actually elevates a song as opposed to, okay, here's a solo. Okay, you got to wait for the solo to end and then the singer to come back in. It's not like that. It's like,
no, it's right.
The solo is like, holy shit. Like the song's even better now, with that
it's
solo.
almost the highlight of the whole song. Right.
Exactly. And that's the mark of a great player. And yeah, man, I big love Neal Schon is for me is like top 5.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That I'll tell you what, the piano intro to Don't Stop Believing, that sticks in my head probably more than anything. That friggin' big piano intro.
Yeah.
For me, it's it's when he does the he's playing the pentatonic riff, and then he all of a sudden does the trill and then hits that and it comes in. Yeah. For me, that's the most intense part there,
Yeah.
He just keeps speeding that part up. Yep. It's like it's running away from him,
Yeah.
I love that part.
Yeah. Good bass work on that song too. Really good bass line on that song. And at the end of this show, we got a pre-recorded bass line of that song from none other than our very own Ricky Stars.
Oh, cool.
And he nails it. Yeah.
Cool. I can't wait to hear it.
That bass line's awesome in that song. Yeah. Actually, it's not in that song. It's the bass line in Stone in Love.
Oh man, that's like probably one of my favorite songs. So that
is my favorite song. That is my first favorite song. I like that one and Asheville Lonely. Those are my 2 favorite journey songs.
Yeah, the solo on that.
Kurt 5150 says, "Who's crying now, man?" Great vocals on that song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great, epic vocals.
Yeah, this Stolen Love. When you mention that, for me, it's all about the solo, the tag out. It's like holy shit.
That's like
I-
a hair is that like that lead thing.
I was hooked right away though at just the first riff, you know, and when they double up on it,
Yeah,
I love
the
that,
big
you know?
chords. Yeah. And you know, the thing is with Neal Schon too, he's not doing finger tapping, he's not doing whammy bar, he's just playing notes.
Yep.
You know, and it just shows you the power of that, you know, note selection and phrasing and all that. Like it's all there, man.
Maybe you guys know. I have no idea. But did Neal Schon use Sustainiacs at all? Because he could hold some fucking notes, man.
I don't know.
It's
a good question.
He could really hold some notes.
That's a good question.
I don't know that
I don't know
he
if
did
that
or
was a
not.
Brig or Sustainiacs or what, but man, he could hold a friggin' note forever. Anybody in the chat know?
Who is here, Gary?
Oh, geez.
You want to read a little roll call for us?
I can do a shout out. Hell yeah. Hang on. Give me a second. Uno momento, por favore.
Gary, real quick, so we don't get off topic. The sustainer, he does have one in the neck of his guitar.
We got Jeff K, Charlie S, Dave Johnson, Janice Lala, Kurt 5150. What's up? The always lovely and talented my sister, love you, Sandra Pokorney, Nelson Rodriguez, Terry Himes. That's all that I could see. I got everybody. Did I miss anybody?
Nice.
I think that is it.
So Gary, like I was saying, he has a really unique setup. I was reading about it. He has a Fast Track 2, and then right next to it, he has a Sustainiac. So the what would be the neck coil, the farthest coil towards the neck, is a Sustainiac, and then there's a Fast Track 2 next to it. So it looks like he has two humbuckers, but he really has a Sustainiac, a Fast Track 2, and then the humbucker in the bridge. It's kind of a very unique, cool setup, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
That's how his Les Paul style guitars are all that way, they said, according to when Guitar World did his rig rundown.
Sorry, Laz. Missed you, buddy. How you doing, bro?
How's it going, Laz?
Laz, Half Ace, I see as well.
Kurt, 5150.
Cool. Welcome, guys.
Sandra
Pokorney. Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Sandra.
And thanks for putting all the stuff in the chat, Sandra. She's putting a lot of history and stuff about Journey in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sandra rocks.
We're going to have a giveaway a little later on in the show, kids. Yep, we are.
Hey, Dwight.
And it's a very cool pick.
A Hitman. Yes, Kurt 5150 said two of them are hollow bodies that Neal Schon had. I thought that was kind of unique. They looked like a scaled down ES 125, you know, like the hollow body, but almost the 175 looking body, but kind of smaller. You know what a 125 looks like? ES 125.
Yeah, it's like a jazz hollow body style.
Yeah, but it's a little thinner. It's like the 335 thickness, but it's got that sharper bottom horn like a 175 has.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 335, but okay, it could be wrong.
It's thicker. You're right. I'm sorry. It's thicker than a 335, but it's thinner than a 175 is like a good 4 inches thick.
That's a jazz box.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the shape of the jazz box, but it's a little bit thinner. You know? But it looks it reminds me of that ES 125. It's got like the big F holes, but then it has the sharp lower bow. The horn comes to a sharp point.
Yeah, he started off with like Les Pauls.
A lot of Les Pauls.
Yeah, he even had one of those the Axis Les Pauls with the Floyd on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, I don't remember him using Floyd though.
Oh, he had that on. Well, it was a live guitar. I wonder if it was just for tuning reasons. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
He had one very similar to Alex Lifeson's.
Well, yeah. Well, Alex Lifeson had his signature model.
Maybe that was the one he had. Maybe it was that model.
Yeah, I think that's the only one they have.
You know, it has it's called an access cut where the neck joint is like the way they should have done all Les Pauls.
That's the Alex Lifeson model.
Okay, I didn't know it was Alex Lifeson model. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty
That was
sure.
my mistake. Yeah.
Because I think that was like it's that the access started off as an Alex Lifeson, and then I don't know if he left them or whatever, but they just kept making them.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, but I think he was the first one to do it.
Now, Hack, seeing as you bought like a super high-end Les Paul, recently within the last year, what are your thoughts? Would you take your custom shop Les Paul if they had done a neck? You don't like that?
No, I mean, I'm and the reason is I'm too much of a traditionalist, right? Like, if it came with it, yeah. Like if I had an access, but I wouldn't mod.
I'm the same as you. It would bother me.
Yeah, it's I mean, a Les Paul has to look like a Les Paul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does.
Let's call a spade. You're pretentious. You're a pretentious Les Paul owner. Just admit it.
Whatever floats your boat, buddy.
Sure. Actually, I don't. You have Les Pauls of all different prices, don't you?
Yeah,
in the range.
Yeah, I've got two standards.
Hack doesn't own junk. Hack does not have any junk.
I got two standards, two classics, and then I have the custom shop. So
yeah,
but only one of them. Two of them I bought new. The rest are all used.
Yeah,
because I mean, as we all
think though, like a lot of us, like at least from what you've told me, Hack, I think like a lot of us, you kind of like traded till you got up to your custom shop.
Well, yeah, like I sacrificed a lot of guitars.
I mean, yeah,
Firebird and
that Firebird was nice,
and a Marshall and a PRS, and
I forgot about the Marshall too. Yeah,
I can go on and on. Yeah,
it's
and a Les Paul.
But you still, I mean,
with pretentious.
But you still got a great deal. You could turn around and sell it tomorrow for a profit.
I could probably make $1,000 on it. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You still got a good deal. You're still up.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you decide you don't like it, like 5 years down the line, you're still up.
After like I was saying earlier, like I was doing recording today, and I was playing that RO through the Marshall Friedman, and it was glorious.
Did you get those like kid in a candy store like jitters? Like, yeah,
dude, you had no idea the growl. I'm like, oh my god,
that's the best. You just hit an open A chord, and you're like, yeah, like
yeah. That's the part I was playing had some big open chords. It sounded glorious. Yeah. So,
Gary, when did you get those 3 stacks, dude? The same ones you got from a truck a couple weeks ago?
This guy pulled up in a van.
Said guy out of Nashville?
Said something about Eddie Van Halen's storage thing. And I got 3 full stacks for like $1,000.
Nice.
And they say 5150 VH on the back, right?
I'm afraid to even look. all the serial numbers. All the serial numbers are scratched off. I don't even care, man.
Inside it says property of Zeke Clark.
Exactly. This one right here, man. This one's loud as fuck.
Put your finger through it.
I should probably turn it down a little bit.
All 100 waters, I imagine, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's almost all the stage, and Gary's bass player and drummer are right on the side, just like Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I scored on these deals, man. Well, I scored.
Pristine too. Brand new.
Cool.
Not exactly new.
No.
Thank you, Sandra, for putting on my page.
Yeah.
Road worn, I like to call them.
Okay. Road worn and stored.
No.
Janice is here. Hey, Janice.
Halface had a question for you, Hack. He said, "Are you excited for G2?"
Am I excited for G? I don't know what G2 is.
I don't either. I thought you might.
No.
Is that a new Gatorade flavor? You like Gatorade?
The only thing I knew about G2 was that the British guy from that pedal show, the Gig Rig. This is called the Gig Rig G2, but
or G3 with
I was
like
thinking
Steve
G3, but that's
well,
G3.
they're coming out with the Gig Rig G3 now, and I'm like, doesn't Steve Vai own that property name? Like,
I think he does.
And now,
well, they're in England, so maybe that doesn't hold up. Maybe it's not
I
an
don't know
international.
what G2 is. Tell me what G2 is.
yeah, what is it, Hal?
It's like more than one G.
Epithonium, thank you.
Now, is it G2 or G squared?
Gene and Gibson guitars and basses. Huh.
Gene and Gibson guitars and basses. Still don't know what you're talking about. You mean Gene Simmons?
I'm confused too.
No, I hope not.
Epithonium said in less than 3.
That's a heart, though.
What, did Gene buy Gibson too now? And
I thought Gene invented Gibson.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah.
I took
I
it.
thought Gene invented everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
He did. He did.
Gene owns the copyrights and everything.
I just imagine Gene, if I ever met him, he'd put like his hand on your shoulder and say, "You know, I created you."
Oh, he's getting his own line.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Gene?
I have no idea. Well, Gene, I'm thinking, yeah, well, Gene doesn't really have a, like, Paul is Ibanez. Paul changes guitars endorsements like underwear, right? It's whoever pays him more money.
Paul and Johnny Highland, right?
You know, and Gene right now isn't endorsing anybody. All his stuff is custom made.
Wow.
So he doesn't have an endorsement. So if Gene is endorsed by Gibson,
well, didn't Paul just get a new one? Didn't he get it? Just come out with a new? Didn't Paul come out with a new guitar or a new?
Well, Paul,
was it?
Yeah, if you watch the Dubai show, so Paul's with Ibanez, so he's got the the Iceman, right, with all variations of it, smashed mirror, black, different colors of smashed mirror, and now he was playing one, and I thought it was hideous. It was basically a Gibson body with that Iceman headstock. I thought it was ugly as hell.
Oh, they said
like
something about cut. Yeah, they were saying something about
basically take a Les Paul body and stick the Iceman headstock. It looked like I didn't like it.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look natural. It really looks just.
I don't know what it is. It looks like a guitar you would play in front of a crystal cave to me for some reason, in the middle of like an ice storm.
Yeah, we could turn this into a Kiss show. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Once you bring up Kiss, I can keep going.
I was gonna say I was surprised though that you didn't know about the new guitars, Hack.
I didn't know that. Gene Rick is saying Kiss Gene Simmons partners with Gibson to launch new guitar and bass collection. I had no idea.
I will not be doing a boogie amp though.
A boogie.
Anyway, back to Journey. Tony,
Gibson.
How many times have you seen Journey, Tony?
Oh gosh. 81, 83, 86.
Wow.
With Steve Perry. The 86, the Raised On Radio was with a new drummer. I don't know if it was Dean Castronova in there at that point, but it was Randy Jackson on bass. And then in 1990, I want to say 90 or 91, with Steve Jerry on vocals. I saw that tour. And when did I see them again?
Was Dean Castronova on drums already at that point? No, that would have still been Steve Smith, I think, right?
Steve Steve left with Steve Perry.
Oh, that long ago.
Steve
Yeah,
Smith.
like
He
80
came back.
Yeah,
He came back in
86.
the band.
86 he left. He came back from
But
like 91 to 95.
In 86, when Steve Perry did that tour, and they made that next album, Trial by Fire, maybe. And Steve was like, I'm done now.
Yeah, it was a long time between albums too. It's like 10 years, you know.
They and Steve Jerry, they basically asked him to leave because it was reported that he ran vocal tracks, and everywhere they went,
Right.
that was what was said. So in between Steve Jerry and them finding Arnell on YouTube, they did one whole tour with Jeff Scott Soto.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah.
That guy's killer.
He's good. I don't know why he didn't stay, but they were at a rope's end again. No Steve Perry, no other Steve, no Jeff Scott, and they found that kid on YouTube.
Jeff Soto I think isn't he more like a heavy metal guy? I mean, I know he was with Yngwie, and then now he's with Sons of Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which are I think a little more heavier. I don't know if Journey is his bag. I don't know. But what's going on with Journey now, though? I mean,
well, now
again, right? You've got Neal, Schon, and Jonathan Cain.
Yeah,
and then you've got the other half of them, and I guess Arnell is with Neal Schon's side.
Well,
the other half.
What happened was in this past year, I guess a year ago, Steve Smith and Ross Valerie were they tried to somehow steal the Journey brand,
right,
in a like a coup d'etat, and were caught and immediately fired. Now they got Randy Jackson back in the band.
Mm-hmm.
They got another cat on drums, and they've hired another keyboard player. I know John Kane plays keyboards and guitar, but they have hired another keyboard player. So, and they're working on an album right now in the pandemic. Yeah.
Jonathan Cain is still there, but just playing guitar.
Oh. I don't know that he most likely he's doing both.
Yeah, that new single comes out next month, supposedly February. So we'll see.
Now, Tony, do you know? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was just gonna say they're teasing a tour when everything opens back up again. So
I was just wondering if anyone had heard, since Randy Jackson lost all the weight, is he going to be wearing his original tour clothes, like all the '80s, really neon stuff? Or that would be great.
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
Every time I hear
a lot of weight.
Every time I hear Randy Jackson, all I think of is Zebra. I mean, that's the other Randy Jackson that I think of, and I always forget that it's the American Idol Randy Jackson. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, Randy Jackson doesn't play bass. Like,
I love that era. It's kind of like the first Larry Mitchell album on the cover where he had that like zebra print suit,
right? Yeah,
and then like the cowboy hat to match. I'm like, yeah.
You guys know what happened with Dean Castronovo, right?
No.
Yeah, he was a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, 2-3 years
3
ago,
years ago now, yeah.
he was back in Journey, and he was like arrested for some type of something with
Yeah,
a
dude.
minor.
Yeah, he had a like a drug problem.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, and then he's all clean now and that, and he's getting his stuff back together. But that's why they had to let him go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
at that point, it might have even not been them. It might have been lawyers because of a band that size saying, "Hey, you're going to take down the whole ship if you don't let this one go." You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
sure there's a
arrest like
lot
that.
more.
That was domestic, right? Domestic violence, I think.
Oh, was it?
Back. Yeah, so you get something like that, they're taking you right out. You know?
But he
That's
was,
what I'm saying, but sorry,
it was all drug related.
yeah, but I mean, I think it's beyond the actual members of the band. I think there's when you're at that financial level, there's probably 30 people involved, and I'm sure 4 or 5 of them are lawyers saying, "Ain't no way in hell he can stay in the band with that kind of thing on his record right now in the media. You'll never sell another song," you know.
Yeah.
That's what everybody will focus on. So, go ahead,
Hack,
Tony, sorry.
speaking of Kiss and Vinnie Vincent, what's the fella's name that was the vocalist in his band in the 80s? Robert
You're talking the Slaughter
Fleischman?
guy, Mark Slaughter? Well, Robert Fleischman, yeah.
No. Yeah. He was the Journey singer way back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was long ago. And then he was supposed to get back together with Vinny and do stuff, and of course,
Yeah.
that
We all know how that ended up.
That didn't pan out, no.
Yeah.
No. Nothing that Vinny says you can take to the bank, unfortunately. For a lot of people, lost a lot of money with Vinny, buying stuff and waiting to get stuff from him, and he's been ripping people off for years.
Yeah.
Not a good legacy there, Vinny. You know?
No.
I don't know.
Let's see if anybody else new is in here.
CK, welcome.
CK, welcome back. Happy New Year. Hadn't seen you in a couple of weeks. Hope you're doing good.
CK.
Rick Hefner's here. Hey, Rick. Epiphonium.
Yeah, Rick was saying that Mark Agnesi is doing a show with Gene to launch all this stuff. So I got to check that out next week sometime. That's cool.
That'll be cool. Oh, a lot of new guitars coming out.
In the house.
I am.
Which Gary?
Brendan B. Squared is in the house. I just saw him in the chat.
There we go.
That's weird. That's weird, man. Now, who let him in here?
Riff Raff.
Yep.
So I didn't realize this, that Neal Schon uses Axe Effects live for his amps.
Yeah, probably.
Did not know that. That's what it says in like his Premier Guitar Rig rundown thing.
Do you remember his signature guitar?
What was it, Pat?
I'm trying to think of the company that made it, but he had a signature guitar, and it was, I remember I actually played it. I mean, this is going back 20 years ago. No, wait a minute. Maybe 25 years ago.
I'm
30
Googling
it up.
as we speak.
PRS.
I don't think it was PRS. No.
Oh, he does have a PRS guitar as of 2013.
No, this is
He also had
way back. And they didn't.
2000
Might have
I'm
been
sorry,
a
go ahead.
POS.
2005, he had a custom shop Neal Schon signature model Les Paul.
Fuck you, Brendan.
It wasn't. Hang on. Let me
Like way before that.
I see you. I see you over there.
I'm giggling. You're making me giggle.
I know you are.
I only see the Gibson and PRS.
It wasn't a Gibson or a PRS. Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
I'm still in awe.
POS.
I'm in awe of his Afro way back in the 70s. That
Yeah,
was
Afro,
freaking fantastic hair.
My favorite though is Steve Lukather. He had the Afro mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
I
were
tried to
wearing
get Tar
the
and Neal Schon's
blazers,
hair.
like t-shirt jeans, but then a blazer.
Okay. Yeah, that was Miami Vice.
Don't make me make Tony bring up my friggin'
So Hack, the custom shop Neal Schon signature model does
picture.
in fact have a Floyd Rose on it.
Oh, okay.
And it has the humbucker and the bridge, and then it has the Fast Track 2 with the sustainer in the neck. But then it's weird because then he has the split diamond inlays. So he was like, yeah, I want it from this era, from the 50s, from the jazz guitars. I want those inlays. And then I want the Les Paul body, but then I want a Floyd Rose.
So, all right, I found something. Hack. Well, his first guitar was an acoustic. It was a Stella. But then he had a Gibson ES-335.
Stella.
And then when that was
and his
he had a 56 Les Paul gold top.
His has the Access heel joint as well. And it's $8,000.
All that's coming up is the recent ones, the PRS and their and Gibson, but he had one way back.
Yeah, I mean, I see the Gibson and then the 56 Les Paul gold top, but I don't see anything else. Huh? Interesting.
Okay, here it is. A Godin, 95.
Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a big name like a Gibson or a PRS.
Are they still making Godin? I think they are, aren't they? Or
very few of them. Okay.
He also go ahead.
Jackson.
Yep, Jackson 86.
Schon manufactured through Jackson Guitars and later Laura Vick. Yeah, and it's his own line of guitars.
Yeah, it says Schon on the headstock, and it is horrendous looking. I have a picture of it.
Oh, dude, the picture, I can't find a picture of it, but I know I picked up that guitar and I was not impressed.
So horrendous looking.
Yeah.
1980. It says rare 1986 Jackson Neal Schon signature guitar. It went at auction, I guess. When was it?
Pretty sure he could probably make one of mine guitar sound good. The dude playing
2017. But they estimated to go for between 4,000 to 6,000. It only sold for 1,400.
Wow.
Hey, Dave.
Awful.
Can I interrupt for a second? We need one more sub to get Tony to 250.
Really?
Come on, man. We need one person.
Folks. Come on,
we
folks.
need one fucking person to sub to Tony's channel to get him to 250. Come on. Come on. Help a brother out.
Yeah.
We're not going to say anything until we hit 250.
Well, if
we're shutting this thing down until we hit 250.
But you're asking the wrong people. If they're in here, they're already sub probably.
Not all of them. There's going to be some kind of slackers in here. We got 21 watch and 18 likes.
I'm going to check and see if I'm a sub. I am to this channel.
Brenda's not sure if he's subbed. All right.
Are you? Are you, Gary?
Yes, of course I am.
I'm subbed.
I'm on the damn show, aren't I?
Yes.
So, guys, let me ask you guys. I've been and watched this band many times. You guys gone and watch Journey before?
I have not.
I have.
Once.
Just once, yeah.
How long ago, Gary?
80, 81.
Yeah.
I think I was still in high school, so it's probably like either 79 or 80.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like I was saying earlier. I saw them. I don't know. Well, I can tell you who was in the band. That'll probably help with the year. But it was Steve O'Jerry was singing, and Dean Castronova was the drums. So I don't know That might have been like mid 90s, maybe. I saw them at a casino.
Early 90s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Now,
and I remember being disappointed because Neal Schon wasn't playing a straight up Les Paul.
Pretentious boy. Drink your coffee. That's it. Drink your coffee.
I'll drink my coffee now.
You pretentious Canadian.
When I went and saw them that year, I mean, I knew this Steve Augeri was in the band, but it came across as
all right, stop, Tony, stop. Hang on. As of right now, you have 255 subscribers.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Jacked it up by 6.
Everybody, thanks so much.
Congratulations, man.
Trying to grow.
People into subscribing.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank me. I'm the one that bullied them.
Hope you dig the content around here.
I gotta get Gary to bully me some subs, man. Gary's like the sub enforcer.
Have me on your show, bro.
Yeah, one day. I'm booked all through January now.
Oh, nice.
All right, man. I got time. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. I got another year left in me.
Sorry, guys. Just getting an
email. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make that announcement.
No, thank you. While it's on my brain, a little nugget here, interesting nugget, and I knew that members of Journey, or at least Neal Schon, got their start. Neal played with Santana. But what it was, what's the manager's name? The Herbie Herbert.
Yes.
Herbie Herbert. And he's managed others, but long time Journey manager. He put together Neal Schon, Ross Valerie, and Greg Raleigh, and they were in a band, and they were a backup band for various artists in the Bay Area. Santana was one of them, and they called themselves, and Laz is going to know this, and no, it's not part of the trivia question, but their name was the Golden Gate Rhythm Section.
Yep.
That's what they were known as.
Like if you go back and you listen to like the really old Journey stuff, like before Steve Perry, like really early on, they were almost like a jazz rock band.
Yeah.
You know,
a fusion band. Like a fusion band.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. You know, they weren't like, you know,
like,
top 40 commercial radio band. They were not that. You know, they didn't have hits, and their records did not sell very well when they you had great musicianship and all that, but you didn't have like songs on the radio. And part of them, right, you know, getting Steve Perry on was to get to be a little more commercial and, you know, and to sell some records. And then eventually, you know, they did, obviously. I mean, you know, one of the biggest selling bands around, right? But yeah, that's how they started off. So you got these guys like Ainsley Dunbar actually was the drummer back then.
He was. That's right.
So
he was.
You know, and Ainsley Dunbar was still around when Steve Perry came on board. And then I think he left not too long after Steve Perry joined, and then Steve Smith came in. But you've got in that band, like, you know, you've got incredible musicianship.
Yeah.
Playing basically pop. And that's why the songs are so good, and you know, and the arrangements and everything else. Like that, you know, it's like next level music, right? When you listen to Journey stuff. You know, because you got great music. Like Steve Smith is one of the greatest freaking drummers. Like my drummer from Rebel Charm. Steve Smith is like one of his favorite drummers. He goes on about how great Steve Smith is as a drummer.
He's
like
he
right now.
He had his own jazz.
I was
band,
just
right?
gonna say, like he's in a jazz band.
Vital Information, I think the name is it was. I mean, and he like of course Neal Peart was his hero, you know. So
There, oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
nice.
Which is amazing. But he invited him to do when he did that Burning for Buddy tribute,
Cool.
You know. So I like Steve Smith too. But yeah, he's a big jazz drummer.
I mean, he was actually pretty limited. His thing was with playing with Journey is he was limited,
right?
You know, and I mean, he's frustrated with the material, and which was probably one of the reasons why he decided to pack it in, right?
Yep.
He left when Steve Perry left back in 96, 98.
And just to kind of finish the point, you know, when Greg Raleigh left, when they got Jonathan Cain in, who came from the Babies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as he shows up, all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're playing all these ballads, and you know, there's your Open Arms and Faithfully and all that. I mean,
hits and
you know,
huge crowds,
he's a hit machine,
business.
right?
Right.
You know, so it was that whole thing, them moving away from kind of the non-commercial stuff and then commercial, and then bringing on Steve Perry and then Jonathan Cain, and then they became what they became, right? That's what we all know about them today.
It kind of went from like a guy-girl band to like a chick band. Once they started doing like all the ballads and stuff, they got like more like the female fans. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah,
chicks dig the ballads. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you got this amazing crooner, because I mean, R&B guy. You know,
absolutely.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. They brought Steve Perry in just to help Greg Raleigh out on certain songs, and
he boned Greg Raleigh right out of a job.
Greg Raleigh left shortly after. Steve Perry's opening show with Journey was in Chicago at Soldier Field in front of 100,000 people.
That's going to be a little daunting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would think.
His debut. Yeah.
Well, what about the new guy, the Filipino guy? What was his first? His first show was like an arena show.
07 he came in.
He went from singing karaoke to filling arenas.
He was in a club band, a trick cover tribute. They did all kinds of bands, not just Journey. And John Cain saw him on YouTube
doing karaoke.
Neal.
Yeah, because they were at their wits' end. They could not find a guy who can sing.
It wasn't karaoke. He was in a band in a club.
Oh, really? I thought he saw him doing karaoke.
John called Steve, and they snatched that kid up really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it was painfully obvious when they had Steve Perry and Greg Raleigh singing on the same song, like "Feeling That Way," for example.
Right.
I mean, as soon as Steve got on the mic, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like you got a beginner. I mean, the analogy would be you got like a beginner guitar player, and then you've got Satriani next to him. You know, it's like it made it painfully obvious that this guy shouldn't, is not the lead singer.
Greg should have done like a mic drop right there and just walked out. Said, see ya. Good night, everybody.
And I don't think Greg Raleigh was really into that sort of more pop kind of direction that they were going. I think he was more of a musician's musician. I could be wrong on that, but
like more of like a singer-songwriter, not like a crooner like Perry is.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, and I was going to wait to bring this up. while Journey was kind of idle in their little hiatus from like 88 to 95, they weren't doing nothing. One of the greatest bands of the 80s, who I thought came out of that, you had Neal, Schon,
John Waite, yeah,
John Waite,
yeah,
John Kane, and Dean Castronova on. No, it was.
I don't think it was Dean. I don't know who the drummer was, but I know the band you're talking about. I can't think of the name now. It's escaping me.
The bass player was Ricky Phillips, who is in Styx now.
What was the band's name? Bad something?
Bad English.
Bad
English. There you go.
Yeah. And they had hit after hit. They had a couple albums and a couple of tours, and they had that debut. It was littered with hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was around that time too that Neal was doing like guest spots on things because he was like known as one of the premier, because that was the time of like, you know, the guitar player, right? Yeah. And that's when he got his due in terms of like his playing ability, was around that time, you know.
Yeah. He also had a project in 93, 94 called Soul Circus. It was him, Dean on drums before he got sick, Marco Mendoza on bass.
Right.
They had one album and really no hits off of that album. Yeah.
But what was that heavy metal thing they did around the time when everybody was doing those songs like "We Are the World" and all that? Was it? I forget the name of it now. Earache or?
Earache, my
Band-Aid. Not Band-Aid.
No, it wasn't Band-Aid.
Live Aid.
Yeah, it was around that time.
Live Aid, Farm Aid, We Are the World.
All the heavy metal guys got together and they did it. Ironade, Joseph Cortez. Thank you. Yeah. So they had all these 80s guys on there, all the top players of the day, and there's Neal Schon.
I like your name better. I like Earache.
Thank you, Joseph.
Because we're all deaf as hell.
Yeah.
Well, Schon and Casanova did that. They were in that band Hardline, right?
Yeah.
In the early 90s, you know. But I don't think that wasn't around for very long. But I don't know.
Yeah, I remember Bad English with John Waite.
Yeah. Yep.
John Waite from the Babies as well, right? So you got two guys from the Babies in that band.
Yep.
If anybody remembers the Babies.
Babies were great. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. All right.
Is it time for trivia?
Almost.
It looks like it. That's cool.
Arrival. Hard to read that signature.
John Kane.
Stop poking me, Gary.
Well, they're guitar picks, so you got a 50-50 shot. Okay, that would be Neal Schon.
Oh, yeah.
And this means no shit.
All right, guys. Whose guitar pick is that? I'll give you one guess each.
Mine. Because I am the
if it's a journey
Gary,
pick,
you took my answer.
you got a 50-50 pick.
Andy Dixon.
I don't know. No, Tommy, you're the gangster of love.
Randy
Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
It has to be. Look at the name. You got to look
when
at
I
the name.
see Randy, every time I just want to go, Randy Watson.
Dog.
Sexual
What's up,
chocolate.
dog?
It never gets old.
Dog.
Sexual chocolate.
I watched that the other night again. Oh.
Sexual chocolate.
That's a hilarious movie, man.
That is great. I didn't see the second one. I guess they did another one.
It came out already?
I don't know.
I didn't think it came out yet. Maybe it did.
Maybe it didn't. That's a cool picture.
That looks like Brian May.
Who was that, Tony?
It's actually a shot of Steve or Jerry.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
that looks more like Brian May than anybody else.
I like that pic though. It's kind of translucent.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Steve or Jerry.
He even kind of looked a little bit like Steve Perry with curly hair.
Did. That was the thing. You went and watched that, and he sounded like Steve Perry, looked like Steve Perry. It came across a little bit like,
Steve Perry.
A little much. Yeah, just a little much.
Well, whatever happened to Steve Jerry? I've not heard of anything from him since.
No,
I haven't heard that name in a while.
What happened to Steve Perry? How come he couldn't get Steve Perry on his show? He ain't doing nothing.
No, he put out a record last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he put out a solo record last year. He was promoting the crap out of it.
Came out of hiding. You saw that, Gary.
I did.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'll tell you, Steve Perry, as great a singer as he was, if you listen to the new record, and I've heard, when it came out, I was listening to some of it. Yeah, he's unfortunately, because of age, he's not quite what he was, which is understandable. To maintain that.
That's so.
Well, Halford's not what he was, and
he's still pretty damn close though.
Well, he is, but
he's a freak of nature. That guy and Glenn Hughes, freaks of nature. Those two guys.
Oh, Glenn Hughes for sure, man. Holy crap.
John Waite
pick there, yeah.
Cool.
Well, how about you don't hear from Eric Clapton, and then when he does an interview, he says he can barely play anymore. His arthritis in his hands and everything is so bad that he can barely play.
This pick, so I know it's a Styx pick, but this is the bass player with bad English.
Cool.
Ricky Phillips, okay.
Ricky Phillips, yeah.
We're going to talk about Tommy Shaw some night, man.
Yeah.
Tommy Shaw.
I always like
another
that
guitar player.
Styx logo.
So
have you seen him recently? You seen him recently, Tommy Shaw?
The last time I saw Tommy Shaw was with Damn Yankees back in '92.
Yeah, me too.
He did one of those what the Hall & Oates guy, the Daryl's Garage or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I saw that show.
Yeah. He's had a little bit of work done. Actually, Neal Schon has had a ton of work done if you look at Neal Schon.
Really?
Hack, you want to hear a funny story? When me and my first wife, we started dating, we were like 13, right? And she was a huge Styx fan.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting in her bedroom at her mom and dad's house one night, and I brought over Rush 2112.
There you go.
I said, if you like Styx, you're gonna love this band. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna play with my stick.
And I put on 2112, and she has been a huge Rush fan ever since.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite.
No, man.
This doesn't sound like Mr. Roboto.
No, no. Her favorite album, her favorite Styx song was Crystal Ball.
Those two picks right there are 81.
Those are probably worth a bit, eh, Tony?
Those are the oldest ones.
Those must be worth something.
Hey, Tony, those old, kind of like the ones you have, the old Van Halen, like the 78, 79, 80, 81 picks.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of them are either just like a one solid color, or they're like the, tortoiseshell style, pattern. Was that the common color?
That's all there was back then.
I think your audio muted, Tony.
Yeah, you muted.
Quentin fucking James is in the house, by the way.
I was just going to say, we got to do the Quentin shout because Quentin's in here.
What's up, Pops?
3?
3.
You guys all up for
2.
the Quentin shout on the count of 3? Don't mess it up. After 3, okay? We all Quentin. Don't mess it up. Ready?
Count it off. Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Quentin!
Quentin!
God,
Messed
he's
up.
slow.
God.
These
I
two
didn't
were
know
late.
that, buddy.
I know
We
it's gotta
tried.
be late.
We
I
were
played
the 3 of us were together, and then Gary and Tony were together.
You guys ever played with a drummer?
Oh,
Just ask.
So
I
Gary
am
and,
a goddamn drummer.
Gary and Tony just go a little early, and we'll go where we did before, and we'll
No,
nail
man,
it.
I was right with Hack, man. I was right with Hack on that.
But I'm
Maybe
saying
it's-
you
it's-
have
oh,
to
sorry.
your connection. You have to go a little sooner.
Maybe it's a StreamYard delay.
Yeah,
It's a latency thing. It's latency.
it is.
Latency.
I got your fucking latency right here, Tom.
So Hack, I was looking up stuff about
All right,
Jerry,
guys.
and he
Did
formed the
you
band.
just fart on me?
No, I was giving you what
Tom
you
just
wanted.
farted on camera.
Hang on. What's that, Brendan? Sorry, man. Go ahead.
So Jerry in 2014 made a group Underworld, and they still haven't released a record. So I guess they're still. It's like a super group, but that's the latest on him. But they haven't.
Oh, okay.
I guess they're still gonna release something at some point. Just not yet.
Yeah.
So 6 years in the making.
Yeah.
I guess.
6 years. Must be a hell of a record.
Hey,
All right,
Dave,
sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
We are getting close to trivia time.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Getting close. Let's take care of a little business first. All right, so that guy right there handcrafts custom cigar box guitars, and he will gladly make you one. His info is there, and his links are down below.
Absolutely.
So hit him up. They are extremely nice. Extremely nice guitars.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, as you can see, that one right back here. Yeah.
Cool.
Lovely guitar. And he can make this any way you want it. 3-string, 6-string, no frets, any color, logo, etc. Yeah. So yeah, hit him up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so next week on the program, we are going to have one, possibly 2B, or only one unboxing.
Probably just one.
Just one next week.
Yeah. Yes. Since the other one's still sitting right here on my desk. So
okay.
one.
Get to work.
I know. Right?
One of us, and it's not me, one of us here is going to have a big unboxing next week.
Cool.
Ought to be
That sounds
cool and exciting. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always cool to see unboxings.
Lenny Lou has joined us, and Mary, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Hey, Lenny Lou. Hey, Mary.
Hello.
What's up?
All right.
Howdy.
All right. Let's give away a journey pick, shall we?
Sure.
Definitely.
What do you think? All right. So
Absolutely.
these guys know what this question is, and they all got it correct when they saw it. It's an easy one this week, guys. All right?
Yep.
It is easy. I saw the question.
This is a easy one, and that is what we are playing for. 08 Revelation Tour. Neal Schon guitar pick right there.
Nice one.
Easy question for a nice pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Bet I'm not participating.
So who in the chat's playing for me tonight?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be
Wink,
there like
wink.
a fat kid on a Smartie.
Yep. Email me in half an hour, wink, wink. All right. So,
hey, Dave R, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy.
Dave.
Dave.
Dave's going to be
the
doing an
house.
unboxing, he says.
Cool.
Nice.
Dave.
All right, kids, get ready to type. We are coming in hot.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
If you're a winner, there's an email address down there. Email me your name and address. I'll mail you this guitar pick Monday morning.
Chicken dinner.
All right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's go to the question. All right. So here we go. Journey recorded 14 studio albums, 6 of which peaked in the top 10 on the U.S. Billboard Top 100 charts, named the only Journey album to ever reach number 1.
Go.
Joseph
There it
Cortez.
is.
Joseph Cortez, yep.
Good
Joseph
job, Joseph.
Cortez.
Joseph, yep.
Joseph
Joseph
Cortez.
Cortez.
Quick answer.
Good job, Joseph.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Joseph.
Muy bueno.
Nice.
Email me your stuff. Email me your stuff. Email down below. I'll mail you this pick out Monday morning. We appreciate you being here, Joseph. We appreciate everybody being here.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, nice. So
Very
let
cool.
me get back to my other screen here. Yes, Escape from 1981. They had many up there. A lot of hit albums, a lot of hit singles. Escape, the only one to ever go number 1 in the U.S.
Cheers, Mr. Cortez.
Nice. Well done.
Cortez. Very nice.
All right. So, yeah. Yeah.
Nice job. That was quick.
Yeah.
You had some right answers in there.
Had a couple.
Yep. Who's Crying Now? Stone in Love. Don't Stop Believing. Yeah.
Mother, Father.
Yep.
Yeah, I was counting with like the amount of seconds the delay usually is, and literally his answer was like as soon as they saw the question before Tony even finished reading it,
I think
he must have typed it. It was right on like a second.
He was on it, man. He was on it.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba. Really quick.
That's his answer every time.
Eventually, it'll be a right answer. Eventually.
I don't think she's saying anything, did she?
If I knew anyone that
Is there any musical trivia with Jessica Alba in it?
That gives me an idea. It gives me an idea.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh dear Lord.
I second Nelson Rodriguez's comment to Joe Cortez. You demand, player.
Hey, Sandra's saying you got 257 now, Tony.
Thank you, Sandra.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good to meet you.
Thanks.
We got to
Gary.
find A way to get Quentin to meet.
I got you 6.
They must be scared of you, Gary.
Quentin to meet Jessica Alba. Got to figure that out.
Yeah, Quentin. Nobody gets Jessica Alba. But I'm with you, bro. She's hot.
Oh, I like her. I mean, the way she looks, I don't know her.
Don't be scared now. Gary's just going to yank the back teeth, not the front teeth.
I got my bottle opener. I am not the dentist.
It's Grandpa Hollywood Squares. What are you trying to imply there, Dogpa?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Speaking of dog and Gary, you're not the dentist, but you're the bounty hunter. You're the bail bondsman.
No, I am not. I am not.
You're not? You'd be a good bail bondsman.
I don't know if they'd have to pay me a ton of money to be a bail bondsman, because those are the guys that are the same as the police officers that have to go to, the guys, unfortunately, that go to domestic abuse calls, because they say like 70 to 80% of officers and bail bondsmen that are killed are on domestic calls and serving warrants at houses. I would forget it, man.
You know what's more dangerous than being a bail bondsman is being a repo guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I know guys that have record companies that do repossessions, and let me tell you, these guys are always packing. They will. People will shoot you in their fucking driveway.
Oh yeah.
To take your car.
Yeah.
Well, I know guys who do repo for a living, and people will shoot you.
Yeah. Well, Florida has standard ground too, so they have plausible deniability. They can say that, you charged me,
Tony, I'm behind the pick.
What? I can't hear you. You're talking.
Gary, your peace symbol pick has a beard.
I'm behind the goddamn pick, Tony.
Show me your pick, Gary.
I thought you had a pick.
I can't hear you.
Hang on. I'll fix it. How's that?
There we go. There we go.
There you go, baby. Thank you.
Nice.
Now I can see all you fuckheads.
When you guys were talking about bounty hunters, that's one of my favorite bounty hunter type movies.
Gary, this is for you.
Midnight Run. Remember that movie, Midnight Run, Robert De Niro? Great movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Quentin.
Gary gets plenty of respect, Quentin. Just not from
respect. Midnight Run was hysterical.
Yep.
All right, guys and girls.
Yes.
We appreciate you being here tonight. Happy New Year. I hope your 2021, I like saying that, is going well. Maybe spring will show up early this year. Wishful thinking.
You're right, Quentin. You're right, Quentin. I get no respect.
Jeff K's got a good Hack's got to write a new song.
Oh, yeah.
Bonus challenge. Cover.
But Gary has to be dressed up kind of like
produced by Ben.
What's the comedian's name that does Two Bears, One Cave? Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer. Yeah.
No, Kreischer.
I love Bert Kreischer.
Gary has to do the Bert Kreischer part. He's got to be wearing running sneakers with a thong and nothing else.
I'll do it. I'm a fat guy that has no problem running around the thong. I'll do it.
Hey man, you got to own that.
I'm all about Bert Kreischer, man. I love that guy.
I love Bert Kreischer.
Bert's my hero.
Great show. That show.
What is this?
That's what we're talking about,
Gary. Hey, Gary.
Cover up little Gary with Guitar Hack. Gary as the eye candy produced by Ben Top.
Brendan and Gary, have you guys?
There's a fucking challenge right there, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the dance music video that Tom Segura made, like a competition against him? And he spent, I think he spent like 50 grand on the video, like professional dancers, but the CGI at the end, and he starts just sticking the shiv in him. That's so good.
Dude, have you seen his accident when he broke his arm?
No.
They were doing a show. They were doing like a live show, and they were having a dunk contest. And he went up and dunked a couple, and then he slipped, and he snapped his arm and his patellar tendon. It was wow, but yeah, it was pretty bad. So I mean, they were showing it on one of his other podcasts, like him and his wife do one, and Bears 1K. But man, that's a brutal thing.
I heard he had a serious accident, but then I didn't. I got busy doing stuff with work,
that's what it was. But yeah, it's hard to watch. But those guys crack me up. They're funny.
Well, they both come from they're self-made. I mean, Bert Kreischer's dad was an attorney, but Bert himself was like just he grinded it out. And then I'm sure Segura's story too. But the first time I heard Tom Segura speak like native Spanish fluently with a native accent, it blew my mind. It's like, where do you think Segura came from? My last name's not Smith, but I love that he does his podcast in Spanish, the separate one, It's awesome.
Let me ask our guest, what's new in hack music upcoming?
Okay, I was recording today. I recorded another song. So at my brother's place, it's I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's got 3 guitars on it, lots of parts, lots of overdubs, and I was recording all day. So that whenever my brother puts all the pieces together and does the mix, then Sandra in the chat here will be getting an email from me. I need a video for this. It's going to probably be called Desert Road. That's the working title. And that's going on musically. I got a big show coming up on Wednesday. Wednesday, I've got Martin Popoff and Pete Pardo coming on. And we will be ranking the albums of Led Zeppelin. And that was
Zeppelin.
Man, if you ever try to put your favorite Zeppelin albums in order, oh my God, is that hard to do? Because there's not a dud in there. So that was
interesting to say the least. Yeah, you can't miss a Zeppelin show.
Yeah, so the Zeppelin show will be very cool, and that's it. I got a lot of cool things coming up. I got a Van Halen show coming up in February. I got another legitimate rock star coming up in the week after this. I got Ryan Cook.
Nice.
Played with Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons. He's coming on. So a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Cool.
Nice.
Coolness, hack. Nice. So let's take care of a little business. Sandra, are you out there?
Oh, hello.
She's in the chat.
She's in the chat, but I don't know if her equipment is able and up to hop in here. But I want to recognize her. She helps this show stay afloat week after week. Great ideas. She is our mom, all of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Yeah. She's a tremendous help to me and my show, and she's amazing.
Yeah. So thank you for all you do. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, thank you.
Love you, sis. Love you, sis. And I'm back behind the pick.
Show me your pick, Gary.
Oh, he's back behind the pick again.
Back where you belong.
Gotta fix that. There you go. Get behind the pick, bro. There you are.
Thank you, Joseph.
All right. I'll give you a break.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
You're a sweetheart.
All right, kids.
Sandra, love you.
All right. So
All of that.
we appreciate you being here. Next week, let's give them a sneak peek, guys. Next week on the program, we are going to be covering on 3. 1, 2, 3. Allison Chains.
Allison Chains.
Gary Chain.
Chain.
In the box.
Yeah, Allison Chains on Show Me Your Pick. Gonna be a great show. Can't tell you who it is. We got a special guest next week.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to come back.
Stay tuned.
I can tell you it's not Peter North, but other than that, you'll have to wait.
Jerry Cantrell, maybe. I don't know.
Gonna be good.
We will have to see.
Gonna be good.
All right. So everybody have a great week. We appreciate you being here. And we will see you next week for Allison Chains on Show Me Your Pick. Have a great week.